Xbox president had some things to say about what's going on with pricing for this device, as well as other things going on at Xbox.
Yeah, so Miss Sarah Bond, she a lot of people have been upset about the price on this new Xbox handheld because yeah, it's crazy expensive even by the standards of PC handhelds. Like an Ally X was $800, and that was already like kind of pricey.
Right.
But still, like it was doable. But this thing is $1,000. And her response was pretty great. Sarah Bond tells Variety that the price tags for the Ally and Ally X were determined with guidance from the manufacturer, Asus, based on features. We looked at how do we create multiple options for people, and it really was Asus, because this is their hardware, Bond said Thursday during a launch event for the Ally devices. This is all of their insight into the market, into the feature set, into what people want to determine the ultimate price of the devices. Despite the steep price, Bond says that when pre-orders opened on September, the reaction was overwhelming for demand for device. We sold out on the Xbox Store, we sold out quickly at a number of other places around the world, and I feel good about the value we're giving gamers for the price based off the recent reception to hardware. Says, and I'm just like, dude, way to just throw your partner under the bus.
I don't know.
Way to just take your part. I don't know, dude. That's.
I think this is just they're just taking a step to. Yeah, we're removing a little bit more of ourselves each day from the hardware aspect of all of this.
I see see the thing is, if this thing was like priced affordably, I would say then yeah, that's just them being cool to Asus and being like, yeah, we're away from hardware on our end. But this just feels like, oh, we need to throw the negative part of this thing at Asus because
this negative thing is not our fault.
Yeah.
No. We get burned on a lot, but this thing was not us.
This one was nuts. It was them. Yeah.
But
she
like,
says,
okay, like if it's a again, top of the line PC handheld, then I suppose it would be worth the price if the thing was a bit more stable on the dealing with Xbox and all.
Yeah, if its UI didn't give you cancer. The thing that actually drives me crazy about it though is the fact that every time that I boot it up from cold boot is the fact that I have to enter a Windows pin. Like it's still that it doesn't like, because when I load on the Steam Deck, it just gives me the home page. It's like a console. This is like, no, Windows.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. She talks about other things, right? I was looking at.
Yeah, she said pre-launch results are real confirmation that we know, and we have been working towards something for a really long time. Gaming should act like all entertainment should be something you can have with you anywhere. And then, she talks about, they worked with Asus to develop the Ally line of handhelds to really begin the transformation, to really transform the experience and take it to the next level in a way that we could do partnered much quicker and in a much more innovative way than we could individually with what each of us were doing. The first step was prioritizing the ergonomic design. We took everything we knew about what makes a controller, what it actually feels like for things to work in a variety of hand sizes, what it feels like to play for 3 hours, and worked on ergonomics of the device to make it super comfortable. Then they started to... The team's next call was to call Microsoft's PC department. We partnered with the Windows team to think about the Windows experience on the device and to make sure it was optimized. There isn't a keyboard on this. We had to optimize it for a controller and touch all the way through the user experience. You failed. All the way through jumping into your games. So Windows is actually built to run on a handheld. It doesn't feel like it. And on the form factor and on something that is especially built for gaming. That it does. You do get a performance bump from running this OS. Just not as much as you'd get from running Bazite.
Right.
Yeah. Because you still have the Windows bullshit in the background.
Right.
Some of it. Yeah, so And then, she talks about how we want to make sure gamers have choice, and, they're 100% looking at making things in the future. We have our next gen hardware in development. We're looking at prototyping designs. We've announced partnerships with AMD, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They talk about how they helped with. All right, here's how to make this feel good in the hands, and here's help with trying to integrate Windows into this, and whether they're successful or not, obviously, it's up to debate right now. But they seem to be involved in making this work to a degree. But
and I do want to add they can make this better.
Okay.
I do want to add that they can improve this OS. They can make this a better experience. Will they? I don't know. I'm gonna keep messing around with it and futzing around with it and like updating it to see if it's worth using. But like, it's gonna
take some work.
At least for the way they advertised it and talked about it at launch, like this thing is, in the sense of its UI and the way that works, is a disappointment.
Yeah.
So
it's yeah, I don't know. Good luck to them. Is all I can say at this point. Like, Microsoft as a company will continue to do well regardless of how all this goes. Asus will continue to do well.
They got that Azure money, baby. They got that Azure money. They got that OpenAI money.
Yeah.
They got the economic Ouroboros of NVIDIA investing, or Oracle investing in NVIDIA, and then NVIDIA investing in Oracle, or whatever the hell it is.
Whatever it is.
So
I'm looking at 2 more tabs in front of us that say Microsoft is the first word. I'm tired. All right. Let's find out what this next story is.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.